Hi everyone. I thought I'd start off with just explaining that I do tarot readings. I have a little shop in Penrith, Sydney, and I love doing all types of readings. I do tarot, I do a coffee cup reading, I do some runes as well. So there's lots of different types of readings I love to do, and I've been doing it since I've been 15. I'm very passionate about the tarot, and I still teach tarot to this day. What you need to know about tarot is it is a fortune telling method or a directive of telling you about your future or even things you are going through or have gone through. When you get a major card, just like this card, the Justice, it is a major impact on your life. So for instance, the Justice card could represent legal stuff going on, contracts or signings, buying or investing. So it's a very strong card to represent some sort of legal things you may be going through or going to go through very soon. The Magician is another major card, and we really like him for the action time of your life. We really feel he fits around that February mark. And it just means by February and onwards, it's a great time to create action, go after things, whether you're buying, selling, job changing. The Magician is that bargainer or that buying or that selling card. So he's telling you, take the appropriate action, be very verbal, very communicative. We see him as an online card as well, whether it's dating or buying that car, and that's what we love about the Magician. He's a very strong card to seek something out by using your voice, and there's many ways to use your voice these days, so I'm sure you understand that. This is a travel card, and that's your first minor card. The next 6 months or so, we do see a form of travel around you. We also are getting financial growth, whether it's your job or career or a little bit of extra money coming through over the coming course of, say, 12 months. The Chariot, another major card, and it means there is some unpredictability coming through between around that July mark and onwards, and it's a very strong kind of card to be passionate and motivated. It's going to get hard at times over the months, but at the same time, if you are thriving, you will find that this is the best time and a great time to create and go after more things and be very strong-minded as well, persevere. The Fool card, major card again, and it means take that leap of faith. Take on the opportunity that does show itself. You know, sometimes with the Fool, we think it's a little bit like an impulse thing, but I love the Fool card. He's telling you to live your life over once again. Let's start over, let's start fresh. But also taking that leap of faith, whether it's a different career, investing, a business move, and he says, you will never look back. A young person with the Page of Swords who can create some sort of drama in your life. So whether it's a family member, someone that plays the victim a little bit, I don't believe they're a bad person. I just think that they get a little bit self-involved and a little bit like the victim playing thing is with them. Quality of life for the Queen of Pentacles. Sometimes we get to a point where we think it's too far. It's too long a drive. I don't really want to go for this job. It's going to take me 2 hours to get home every night. Yes, the money is great. What we're showing you with the example is quality sometimes overrides the quantity side. So when you are making a choice, when you get the Queen of Pentacles, the card is saying to you, make the choice that makes you happier, not richer. Sometimes we do have to have that line and say, I don't think it's enough for me. Okay, there's the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is kind of like the accountant card. So getting advice, financial, talking to a broker even. We want you to get professional advice to do with the financial side of something you are doing. It doesn't matter even if you have a debt or a tax bill. This is the perfect time to get that financial or professional advice on your finances. The Judgment card can represent a legal factor again, but it's kind of like the ultimatum card. It's like when you are told, look, it's either this or we can't go forward if you don't choose this. We want you to do this. So the Judgment card can be like an ultimatum. And I find that sometimes people find it as a difficult shift or move in their job and they don't really have a choice. Other times we get it for redundancies. We get it for a change that's made for you. So that's why we call it the kind of the judgment of ultimatum. And from here, you either have a choice that either, well, I'm not going to go through this. I might as well leave. It might not be a bad idea if you are reaching to that point where you feel like you're pushed a little bit, okay? Now, in a spread like this, you got to work out how many major cards you've got. It's really important to see how big your reading is. So getting the Justice card, the Magician, the Chariot, the Fool, and the Judgment card. 5 major cards against 5 is telling me it's a strong focal point year where you've got to look at things very much on a bigger scale. We are talking finances because we have finance cards. We are talking emotions with the other cards. And look, it is a good reading. It's kind of like saying movement or changes are to be expected, especially when you get 3 or more major cards. Readers should really tell you how big your reading was in the tarot, because it kind of shows you to expect a big 12-month period, whether it is about money or love. They should sort of explain things to you throughout the reading. Okay, once you finish that first spread, we usually put all the cards back, we give them a shuffle, and there's 2 choices you can have. You can do like a fan spread, like that, and you can ask yourself 3 separate questions. We love that. So you could say, will I get this new job? So you pull out a card, and it says, well, it's a little bit of a shady time. It's a little bit of a time where even if you did get the job, it might not be the best paying job, because the 7 is a kind of like a costly card. Okay, will I be happy with the new job? Limbo card, Hangman. So it means, again, look, a bit of a delay, a bit of a period of you're not sure if you made the right choice or decision. Okay, the outcome of this job: strength, courage, and motivation. The strength card tells us to be motivated and focused. Remember what I first wanted. I did want this change of job, and therefore I've got to see this out a little longer. So it's telling you to persevere. I hope you enjoyed how I explained that. Have a good day.